We played trivia at a haunted bar. One of us didn't make it out. The blind owl. The worn leather booth felt like a second skin as I slumped against the peeling vinyl. My friends, usually a boisterous bunch, were oddly subdued. The flickering neon sign outside, the blind owl, cast an unsettling glow on the dusty interior of the bar. We'd stumbled upon the place through a cryptic social media ad, a beacon of boredom-busting trivia on a Thursday night. The barkeep, a woman with eyes like polished obsidian, greeted us with a smile that stretched a little too wide, revealing a glint of something unsettling beneath. The trivia started innocently enough, capitals, historical figures, the usual bar fare. But as the night wore on, the questions began to shift. "What color is the loneliness in your heart?" the barkeep rasped, her smile gone, replaced by a predatory glint. A cold sweat prickled my skin. My friend, Sarah, usually a trivia whiz, choked back a nervous laugh. "Ah, blue," she stammered. The barkeep's smile returned, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Interesting choice, Sarah. Does that reflect the betrayal you harbor for your friend, Michael?" Michael, ever the joker, scoffed. "Come on, Lucy, just a game, right?" Lucy, the barkeep, tilted her head, her gaze flickering between us. "A game with very real consequences," she purred. The questions escalated, each one a verbal scalpel, dissecting our deepest insecurities and buried resentments. Who among you would betray the others for a single wish? Who deserves to be punished the most? The air grew thick with paranoia, the camaraderie of the night dissolving into a toxic miasma of suspicion. John, usually the quiet observer, slammed his fist on the table. "This is messed up. We're leaving." He lunged for the door, but it wouldn't budge. Panic clawed at my throat. We were trapped, the bar transforming into a psychological cage. The accusation game intensified. Sarah, tears welling in her eyes, accused Michael of a petty high school betrayal. Michael, his face contorted with rage, countered with a secret Sarah kept from the group. Suddenly, the lights flickered and died. An unearthly silence descended upon the bar, broken only by ragged breaths and choked sobs. A single spotlight illuminated the barkeep, her face contorted into a grotesque mask of glee. "The game continues," she announced, her voice echoing in the darkness. "But this time, there can only be one winner." A wave of terror washed over me. This wasn't trivia anymore. This was a twisted psychological experiment, and we were the unwitting subjects. The following hours were a blur of accusations, desperate pleas, and the chilling realization that escape wasn't an option. As dawn approached, a fragile truce emerged. Exhausted and emotionally broken, we huddled together, the weight of the night pressing down on us. A blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. We found Sarah, crumpled on the floor, a single playing card clutched in her hand, the Queen of Spades. Lucy stood over her, the predatory glint back in her eyes. "The winner is chosen," she declared. "Now, the rest of you must pay the forfeit." The forfeit, what was it? What horrors awaited us? I didn't wait to find out. Adrenaline surged through me, granting me a burst of unexpected strength. I lunged for the exit, ignoring the protests of my remaining friends. As I pushed open the door, a blinding light greeted me. I stumbled out onto a bustling street, the bar nowhere to be seen. Only an empty lot with overgrown weeds remained. Had it all been a hallucination fueled by cheap beer and twisted trivia? Or was there something more sinister at play? One thing was certain, the memory of the blind owl would forever haunt me, a chilling reminder of the night we played a game that tore us apart, leaving behind an unsettling mystery and a gnawing fear. Were we truly free, or were we just pawns in a game far bigger than we could ever imagine? We spent weeks deciphering the historian's cryptic message. The broken wing could be anything, a metaphor, a location, or even a person. Frustrated and sleep-deprived, we were on the verge of giving up when a breakthrough arrived. A local artist, known for his haunting owl sculptures, came forward. He recognized the symbol from Sarah's journal, a twisted, broken wing, etched into the base of one of his most controversial pieces, a hulking owl statue perched on a forgotten hill overlooking the city. Hope flared anew. Could this be the broken wing? The climb to the hill was arduous, the air thick with an oppressive silence. As we reached the statue, a shiver ran down my spine. The owl's vacant sockets seemed to follow us, its broken wing casting a grotesque shadow in the moonlight. Suddenly, the ground beneath us gave way, revealing a hidden entrance. Armed with flashlights and a cocktail of fear and determination, we descended into the dank depths. The tunnel twisted and turned, the air thick with the smell of mildew and something far more sinister. We encountered cryptic symbols etched into the walls, some resembling the Queen of Spades, others more abstract and unsettling. After what felt like an eternity, the tunnel opened into a cavernous chamber. In the center stood a lone figure, cloaked in shadows, a single playing card clutched in their hand, the Queen of Spades. As the figure turned, revealing Sarah's twin sister, a wave of conflicting emotions washed over me, relief, anger, and a chilling realization. Sarah's sister wasn't a victim, she was a willing participant, a high-ranking member of the Strix. She explained their twisted ideology, their belief in unlocking the human spirit through fear and manipulation. Sarah, they claimed, possessed a darkness they needed to cultivate, a darkness that could have tipped the scales between light and dark. Just as Sarah's sister lunged for a hidden control panel, a voice echoed through the chamber. It was the historian, flanked by a team of police officers, alerted by a hidden tracking device I'd managed to plant on one of our supplies. The Strix's operation was exposed. The cavern, a labyrinth of hidden chambers and control rooms, revealed their dark secrets, psychological tests, surveillance equipment, and meticulously documented records of their victims. Sarah's sister, along with other captured Strix members, were apprehended. But the victory felt hollow. The games they played had left an indelible mark on us. Sarah was gone, and the trauma of that night would forever scar our souls. As we emerged from the darkness, blinking in the morning sunlight, the historian approached me. "There will always be those who seek to exploit the darkness within," she said, her voice laced with wisdom. "But by exposing them, you've shown that even in the face of immense fear, the light can prevail. We may have been broken by the blind owl, but we weren't defeated. We emerged, not as fractured individuals, but as a team, forever bound by our shared experience. We would carry the weight of what we'd seen, but we would also carry the strength we found in each other." The Strix may have played their twisted game, but in the end, they underestimated the power of human connection, of friendship forged in the crucible of fear. The sun rose higher, casting a warm glow on the city. A new day had dawned. We walked away, not unscathed, but with a newfound resolve. The broken wing may have led us into darkness, but it also helped us find the light within ourselves, a light strong enough to banish the shadows forever. Weeks turned into months, but the memory of the blind owl clung to me like a shroud. Sarah's vacant chair at our usual pub became a constant reminder of the night's horror. My friends, fractured and withdrawn, spoke little of the experience. Driven by a morbid curiosity and a desperate need for answers, I decided to revisit the empty lot. Armed with a flashlight and a pounding heart, I navigated the overgrown weeds, the street noise fading away as I reached the heart of the lot. Moonlight cast an eerie glow on the uneven ground. There, barely visible under a tangled mess of vines, lay a single playing card, the Queen of Spades. The same card clutched by Sarah. A cold shiver ran down my spine. This wasn't a coincidence. The blind owl was real, or at least, something was using it as a facade for its sadistic games. But to what end? Driven by a flickering hope, I contacted a local historian, a wizened woman with eyes that held the wisdom of centuries. She listened intently as I recounted the events, her brow furrowing in concentration. "There are whispers," she said, her voice a low rasp, "of a hidden society, obsessed with uncovering the darkest secrets of the human soul. They call themselves the Strix, the Latin for owl." Hope turned to dread. The blind owl wasn't just a bar, it was a testing ground for the Strix. They preyed on vulnerabilities, using human emotions as weapons. But why Sarah? Why not any of us? The historian continued, "Legend says the Strix seek a specific kind of soul, one harboring a darkness so profound it could tip the balance between light and shadow. Perhaps they saw something in Sarah none of you knew. Her words echoed in my mind, a chilling revelation. Sarah, always the quiet one, always hiding something. Could there be a truth to the accusations hurled in that nightmarish darkness? Fueled by this possibility, I began digging deeper. Sarah's online presence yielded nothing out of the ordinary. Then, a hidden journal tucked away in her room revealed a shocking secret, and a strange twin sister, rumored to have dabbled in the occult. A chilling possibility dawned on me. Could Sarah's sister have somehow entangled her in the Strix's games? The Queen of Spades, often associated with death and betrayal, seemed to point towards that connection. Armed with this newfound information, I contacted the authorities. Skeptical at first, they were intrigued by the missing person report and the historian's account of the Strix. They agreed to investigate the empty lot, but warned me against pursuing it on my own. The wait was agonizing. Days turned into weeks, then months. Just as I was about to lose hope, the authorities contacted me. They had found something beneath the lot, a hidden passage leading to a network of tunnels. Their exploration was cut short by strange occurrences and an overwhelming sense of dread. The Strix were real. And they were close. The decision was clear. I couldn't let Sarah, or anyone else, become another victim. I would find the Strix, uncover the truth about Sarah's sister, and lay this nightmare to rest. But venturing into the darkness of the tunnels alone was a fool's errand. I needed help. Desperate, I turned to my remaining friends, laying everything bare. To my surprise, they didn't shrink back. Haunted by the night at the Blind Owl, they were determined to find answers, to honor Sarah's memory. Together, we decided to contact the historian. She revealed a cryptic message found in Sarah's journal: "The owl sees all. Seek the broken wing." It was a clue, a starting point in this terrifying game. The story doesn't end here. The mystery of the Blind Owl has just begun. With my fractured group of friends at my side, I'm determined to follow the trail of the broken wing, to expose the Strix and the truth behind their sinister games. But will we be strong enough to face the darkness that awaits us?